What we have to realize is the Chinese Communist Party has told us that soft propaganda is a big part of their plan to weaken the American people, because their goal is to be globally dominant by 2050, to take us down.
And now the unrest in China, a crisis that most people agree is far more dangerous for the ruling party than Tiananmen Square was. Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn is joining us now. Good to have you with us. So China obviously poses a big threat to the United States. And these protests that are going on right now in Shanghai and most of the big cities throughout China are on the COVID lockdowns that they're enforcing again. I find it pretty ironic that our president here and Democratic leaders are condemning Chinese leaders for these COVID lockdowns and sticking up for human rights and individual freedoms. But when we had our lockdowns, there was none of that. You were either going to get the COVID shot or lose your job or be ostracized, and they shut down the economy. Pretty strange going on right now in this world, huh?
Yes, indeed it is. And I appreciate that the administration yesterday said they supported the protest. But you're right about the lockdowns. And right now, currently, we have this administration, Joe Biden's DOD, has decided they are going to dismiss our men and women in uniform if they don't get the COVID shot. Already, the Army has let go of 1,796 of our troops because they didn't get the shot. And you're looking at being short 15,000 troops for this year and 21,000 next year. So you're right about there's some hypocrisy that is going on here in the United States with actions and response. And then you look at the people in China, the citizens of China, who are tired of mandates and lockdowns and communist rule, and they're pushing back against Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party. You know, people see what they have done to the Tibetans, the Mongolians, the Hong Kong freedom fighters, the Uyghurs. They see how the CCP is bullying Taiwan and the other island nations there in the Indo-Pacific. And they're saying, hey, wait a minute. You're not going to lock us down. You're not going to put us in quarantine camps, which are basically the same as some kind of imprisonment, or what they see with the Uyghurs being put into concentration-style camps used as slave labor. And people are pushing back because that's not what they're wanting. They are wanting freedom.
You know, we keep hearing about the China threat here in the United States. How is it, how prevalent is it, should I say? You know, it's not going to be a missile that's going to hit our shores from China, but it is going to be the TikToks where we're sitting there and they're getting all the information that they need, and cyber warfare, those kind of things. What is the U.S. government doing to prepare for this? Because it seems like it's not being prepared.
Right, Rob, but you're right about this, and your concerns are justified in this, and I hope your viewers are going to stay in touch with us on this issue about what China and the Chinese Communist Party is doing. Now, what we have to realize is the Chinese Communist Party has told us that soft propaganda is a big part of their plan to weaken the American people, because their goal is to be globally dominant by 2050, to take us down. So they're using TikTok with all of those funny videos to capture information and build profile on today's children who are going to be adults when we are at 2050. And they're going to know everything about their viewing habits. They're going to have everything they posted. They're going to be able to exercise facial recognition on these children today who will be adults at that point in time. This is all part of their plan. When you look at what they have done with Confucius Institutes and Confucius classrooms, infiltrating our public schools and our universities, when you look at how they've tried to establish sister city programs with so many U.S. cities and say, look, we are just like you. What we have to realize is no, they're not. And we know that putting spies in as professors, using spies to come in and participate in sister city programs, trying to infiltrate networks of public officials and cities. We have seen it all, and it is time for us to say to the Chinese Communist Party, no, we've had enough.
Any advice on how I can get Taylor Swift tickets? I ask you that because you were smart enough in 2016 to sponsor legislation which got passed and signed by President Obama, which was anti-bots for those people who were trying to buy tickets, you know, through Ticketmaster, and of course the Taylor Swift debacle. This would have prevented these, you know, bots and scammers from getting tickets, but it was never enforced by the FTC, right?
That's right. The FTC has only carried out one enforcement action under the Bots Act, Better Online Ticket Sales, and Senator Schumer had it at that point in the Senate. I had it in the House, and we were able to get it passed, and President Obama signed it into law. This gives the FTC the authority to go in and shut down these bots. What happens is when the ticket window opens online, and people that are fans of whether it's Bob Dylan, Blake Shelton, or Taylor Swift, all of whom have had issues recently, the bot will go in and it will scoop up a certain number of tickets. And their algorithm and their speed allows them to beat your fans to the checkout cart. And thereby, people will think they've got tickets in their cart, and they go to check out, and there's nothing in their cart, and they're going, wait a minute, what happened? And it's the bot that is coming in and scooping that up. The FTC needs to enforce the Bots Act. It is law. They need to go after these scammers and stop this, because the scammers scoop up the tickets, then they put them on the secondary market, they double the price, and it is the fan who can't afford to buy that ticket and go see this concert or go to a sporting event and cheer their favorite singer or cheer for their favorite team. And they want to be able to have that live and in-person experience.
Well, Senator, I appreciate it. I know exactly what you're talking about. My wife and I went to see a Stevie Nicks concert recently. I can't believe what I paid for those tickets. But thank you so much. Keep up the good work, and come back, please.
You got it. Take care.
Hi, I'm Doug McKelway, and thank you for watching Centerpoint. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Leave a comment below and keep the conversation going by sharing this video with a friend who needs to see it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.